Yo, welcome in everybody to the show, MLG, Sports Talk. We here again, back live again with my guy Jack. Let's get into it. What's up, Jack, man? How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. Just another day. It's Thursday night football. Let's go.
TNF, let's get this money. Right now, breaking news. What we got on the agenda? It's looking like Chiefs place Rasheed Rice on IR. They're already down Hollywood Brown. Pacheco's out as well. They're missing a lot of weapons, man. What do you think about this Chiefs team? I know they're undefeated on the season, but
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, I don't have the stats in front of me, but offense is pretty middle of the pack.
yeah,
They're not that explosive, even though they're winning these games. So that could be deceiving. I know power ranking wise, good old ESPN and the talking head still placed them number one. But we all know, well, not we all, but we know, what's really going on with that. So I think this is a big loss for them. I mean, Rasheed Rice is a shifty receiver. He gets downfield. He can go left, right, north, south, east, west. He does it all. For his second year, I think this is his second year in the league.
second
So
year, man. Yeah,
that's an unfortunate loss. They're going to hope Juju steps up. They acquired Juju. Hopefully he gets it back together. I'm a fan of Juju Smith,
right.
even though a lot of people like to make fun of him for the TikTok dances and all this other stuff. He's still an NFL player, still a quality receiver. Hopefully he steps up for them. I mean, they're still going to play well. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, well coached, Andy Reid. They're going to win football games. They're still a 10-win team like this, 11-win team, 12-win team. It really just matters about the playoffs, right?
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Will they be healthy in the playoffs? Like you said, this is back-to-back defending champs. They have Mahomes. They still got Kelsey, even though he hasn't looked great at all. I don't know if it's Swift or whatever is going on off the field that's messing his play up on the field. But still, the Chiefs, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Great coach, like you said. Great defensive coordinator, Spagnola. So still got the Chiefs. We know they'll still probably be the one seed in the playoffs. But right now, it's not looking too good for them long term. If they're not that healthy, I see a second round exit for the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, don't be surprised. Is what
Right.
I'm saying. Just don't be surprised, or even if they go back to that AFC Championship game and it's an Arrowhead and everyone thinks it's just going to be another trip. Don't be surprised if someone goes in there and beats them. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. Agreed. So let's talk about this. I know everybody, we talked about this yesterday, but reports is Jets are favorite to land Devontae Adams. Coming in close second is the Saints, I believe. So the odds are out right now. Jets are minus 110 to land Devontae Adams. Would that be a good fit for him out there in New York?
Yeah. Do you know what the odds are for the Saints?
I believe it's plus 200.
I
Yeah,
mean,
not far off.
I think it's pretty much set in stone. He's going to go to the Jets. It just
Yeah,
makes practical sense, makes money sense. Again, Devontae's on a 2-year contract, lines up perfectly with Aaron Rodgers' time in New York. Where if something doesn't go quite right this year, if the band gets back, they could run it back one more year, get a new coaching staff, that kind of a thing. Um, that's where I think he goes. I'd like for him to go to the Saints. I think that'd be fun, but I at the end of the day, I don't think the Saints have a chance to win it all. So he's got a better shot going to the Jets. I think that's where he goes anyway. Makes sense. That's why it's favored in Vegas. They already know.
yeah, yeah. Vegas. It seems like they already know. I mean, Saints and like you said, I guess Derek Carr said he would love to play with Adams, which will also be a good fit. But it does seem like Vegas knows something that we don't. Yesterday, we both reported. We said Saints or Jets would be the best fit for him. So looks like Vegas knows he will go to New York. I like
Yeah, I
that.
mean, our sources, my sources, while we reported it in, our sources told us that our ominous, or what is it, unnamed sources,
Right,
right?
right. Yeah, we can't give away our sources, but we did have great sources that
Mm-hmm.
came in with that information yesterday. So yeah, it looks like Devontae Adams. Don't be surprised if you see him in that green jersey in the next couple of weeks. Uh, TNF, man, you spoke up on it. It's 7-7 right now. Atlanta, Tampa. Uh, we watched a little bit of the game. Drake London scored the first TD. Then I don't know who got in the
Mike
second.
Evans came back, scored the second TD, like you
Mike
said.
Evans
Great
got
game, Mike
one.
Evans, and an L for Tampa Bay. Hopefully that's where it goes.
Yeah,
That's what we're
that's what
looking at.
we're rooting for out there, everybody. So
Yeah,
go
I think
Dirty
we'll
Birds.
not to interrupt you. I think Atlanta's in the middle of the field right now.
Over game, huh?
They're moving it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
an over/under guy, but it's looking like it. It's looking like it.
yeah.
Whatever the points were, huh?
Yeah, our buddy Carlo, he called me this morning, and
Oh, what do you say? What did
yeah, so he hit me up. He was like, "Who do you like tonight?" I gave him the side. I told him I like Atlanta. You know, gave him the reasons why. They got a left tackle back in the game. They're a little tad more healthier than the Bucks on paper, but he asked me about the over and under, and it's funny because I said my first initial look, I like the under, but then I told him as I looked at it more, I was like, it's a short week. I don't see much defense, and sure enough, it's playing out that way right now.
Yeah, I mean, you gave him the right intel.
Yep.
We align on that same intel anyway. But he should have just called in. He should have just tapped in yesterday or tapped in today. Got on
We got on the
show.
dirty, yeah, on the dirty
We
bird.
got the straight information. Hopefully, he's on those dirty birds.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Well, like you said, Algier running the ball right now.
Good. Yeah.
Running hard downfield.
Let's go, dirty birds, baby. It's gonna be a great weekend. College slate. I'm not gonna really give anything out on the college on this show, but I do have some best bets for the NFL for you guys.
Ooh, YBK's best bets. Best bets.
I can't wait till we get the intro. When I get we got everything rolling. This show is gonna be great, ladies and gentlemen. First bet. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals here, plus 2.5. Already straight betted it. I'm going with the money line, but I always like to give out the plus points if they're giving them to me, just in case. You never know. Nowadays, teams can win by 2. But the reasons why I see the Bengals winning this game is Joe Burrow. If you haven't seen, the offense has been rolling. I believe it's like a top 8 offense this season. And I know the Ravens are great. They're good, pretty good on both sides of the ball. But if you look deeply into the numbers, which I don't have in front of me, but I looked at them, and the Ravens' pass defense is suspect. So I think them going on the road in this huge divisional game, Bengals have not looked good. This is like a buy low spot for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I like the Bengals here to get the outright win against the Ravens, who just won on Sunday Night Football and looked unstoppable. What you like? You think you agree with that one? Or what?
I agree. I mean, I'm a big Raven. I mean, look, if I wasn't about Philly, I love the Ravens. Derrick Henry's my guy, my favorite running back. Lamar Jackson, I like him as a quarterback. But I think the Bengals, trending wise, they're trending up. They're going to go on a run here, rip off a couple wins, and then I think the perspective of everybody else on them is going to kind of reverse and flip. Where at the beginning they're like, "Oh, they got no shot. They're playing horribly. They're not doing too well. They're 0-3." Then all of a sudden they'll be 3-3, 4-3, 5-3. Everyone's going to be second guessing what they said earlier. So I think they're going to go and get the win. Plus they're at home.
Right.
Anybody with a good quarterback, underdog at home, you're never going to be out of it.
And this was like, honestly, I didn't want to give this bet out, but something just tells me, I got to take the Bengals plus 2.5. It was either this or the Jets plus 2.5. And, those London games can get tricky sometimes. But I also like the Jets. That's another lean for you guys. Another one of my best bets, another buy low spot, a super buy low spot here. You can't get any lower than the Jags have been. They're 0-4 on the season. They're at home. If you don't know about this series here, Jags are 9-0 against the spread against the Colts. They own the Colts. I got to take the Jags here in this spot. If not now, then when will the Jags win? That's all I got to say. It's nothing really else much to be said. To me, the Jags did look improved against the Houston Texans last week. So I got to take the Jags minus 2.5 at home right here. All right.
I like it. Before you even say that, Koo just missed a field goal. They called a flag.
They called a flag?
They called a flag. Yes, flag. See it happen on the screen. Yeah, Vea got a sack, and then I don't know if it's on the offense. I'm about to figure this out right now.
Offensive, five, defensive.
Oh, defense, yeah, offside. Um, yeah, I mean, look, when you said when would they win? If ain't this week, you know where they're heading next week. Back to London, baby. So I think I like again. It's hard for me to ever really go against you, Vaughn, on some of these picks, but sometimes I do. But this one, I'm with you too. Koo missed again, back to back.
Wow.
How?
How is that possible? Cool. And you just hit a 50-yarder? Yeah, he
Wow.
did.
Okay. Yeah, he did. Anyway, Jags, man, I think they're gonna get this game. I think they do. I think they're gonna win this.
Go to
Then they're
London.
gonna pick up 2 wins in London, and all of a sudden they're three. See how that works?
Yeah,
I
I
thought we were
mean,
hitting the panic button. No.
it's the NFL, man. Like, I don't know if people really know how the NFL works, but you can't overreact to the first 4 weeks. Like we always talk about, first 4 weeks is kind of like preseason for the real season. So
Well, again, a lot of these players are not playing in the preseason, so
exactly. So they got to get that out. Yeah, Jags minus 2.5. One more best bet for you guys, and this is strictly a play against the Rams. Jordan Love came back. He didn't look too good in the first half against the Vikings last week, but second half he started to pick it up. They had a little comeback, so I think that momentum will carry over here in Los Angeles. The Rams defense is graded as one of the worst defenses in the league right now. So I don't think they have enough in the secondary to stop Jordan Love. As long as Jordan Love gets time in the pocket, I think the Packers win this game by 7+ points.
yeah, I mean, this is a tough call for me. I mean, your analysis seems spot on. I I actually kind of lean more Rams this game, being able to maybe cover that spread.
Right.
But just because like it's the NFL, it gets fickle at the end, and I trust Stafford. He's able to do stuff when he has nothing around him. The Packers do have a solid defense, that's for sure. But again, this is the second game of Jordan Love being back, and when you have a knee injury, it's hard to kind of it doesn't just snap back into place. It takes a couple weeks of rhythm and repetition, for you to get back in line. So um, I'm off. I'm off. This isn't my pick. I'm off of this game completely, so no one could judge me on it.
Right. Well, you got some picks, right? You got a fighter or two coming this week?
Oh yes, so we got fighters of the week. I'm Mr. UFC, Mr. PFL.
Yes,
Anything that
he
has to
is.
do with fighting, bare knuckle. Um, Come at me. Boxing, I'm not the boxing guy. There's too many rules with that. But real fighting, ask me. I might be able to, give you the right solid pick for that. So this weekend, I think it's UFC 307 headlining. We got Chama versus Roundtree. I'm staying off the headline fight. I don't know what's going to happen. Again, uh, Chama is minus 500. Uh, he went up. I think he opened at like minus 445 or something like that. And this guy Roundtree is the number 8 fighter. I'm just saying, if anybody's betting UFC, it's usually a for sure pick, but just don't be surprised if something random happens, something unthinkable happens this weekend. I'm not betting on it. I'm just going to enjoy the show and watch it. But the first pick I got for you guys, I got two. It's really a two-teamer parlay because the odds are kind of out of whack on the second one. But the first one, we got Bucky versus Wonder Boy. Great fight. I actually like Stephen Wonder Boy Thompson. He's a great fighter, great point fighter, great kickboxer. He knows how to get points, get out of there, has length. But the thing is, he's 41 years old now. This isn't 38-year-old Thompson, 37, 36, 35. This is a 41-year-old Thompson on his way out of the UFC. And he's going against Hakeem Buckley. Solid fighter. Doesn't have as much reach and length and range as Thompson, but he's a way better wrestler. So in this fight, if anything happens where we get to the ground, Buckley's going to end up taking over and winning. But the difference also here is he overpowers him in strength. He overpowers him in pretty much every other category. So really, Thompson is going to have to tag him quick, fast, and strong if he's going to win this fight. And I just don't see it happening. So I feel free and okay with easily putting a money line minus 220 on Buckley. And if you were smart and you got it early, it was minus 185 when it opened. So it's already moving in that direction. And I think this is a prelim fight. I think it's the last fight on the prelim card. So, feel free to throw that on there as like a have fun watch and and enjoy the show. And tagged up with that, I would put Kayla Harrison on there as well. Right now, she's at a minus 1,150. But
Right.
she opened at minus 800. That's when I got it. This is the buffest woman on the planet. I don't know if Asada's going to test her or not, but when you look at her, she reminds you of Cyborg. She's got it all going for her. She's got the biceps, got the triceps, has the bone structure in the face, has the wrestling ability, has the boxing ability, has the kicking ability. She's got it all. And who she's kind of going against is a solid fighter. Vieira's cool. She's got some wins, but she's nowhere in the caliber of Kayla Harrison. This is if you had $100,000, I'd say put it all on this minus 1,000 and enjoy the money you're about to get from this fight. It's pretty much an easy weekend if you just look at those two. Don't get distracted by the rest of the card. Why do that when you got the easy wins right in front of you? That's my philosophy anyway. And I'll have a better fighter for you guys next week.
Oh, yeah. You already looking ahead. That's good. Yeah, reiterate that. Jack got these odds. He got them early. He got Buckley at minus, 190?
Minus 185, I believe he was. And then Harrison was minus 800. So you put those two together, it was good.
He's a sharp better because the line movement went in his direction. So looks like those should be two winners. I believe if you parlay them now, it should be close to minus 150, 160 maybe. So that's still a pretty good look. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make some easy money.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you're that crazy with it, you might as well money line Georgia and Bama, put them on there too.
Right.
Hey, if you're going to do that.
I mean, if you just want to add some extra juice to it, might as well. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, man. So another weekend, another week in the books. Next week we'll start out again on Monday through Thursday. And you never know. We'll always go live. So go ahead and subscribe. Moneyline, MLG Sports Talk. Until next time, you got anything else to say to the people, Jack?
Yeah, man. Hey, just again, keep your faith. You're going to take some L's when you're gambling, when you're learning this game, and just take the L's on the chin and learn how to be better so we could all break the book together.
Yes, that's the main point. It's us versus the books. So let's make this money, man. Until next time. This is not financial advice. Yeah. Nah, I don't judge. Eat how you gonna eat, keep it legit. And please don't bother me, rather in advance. Or you hit the lottery, buy new commodities.